Alright, continuing on with our series of what guitarists sound like up close and personal, without a band, without studio or production trickery, sometimes just picking up their guitars during an interview, practicing around backstage, or doing a demonstration, something like this. Today we're going to do Jerry Garcia. Of course, Jerry Garcia is most well known for being the lead guitarist and frontman of the Grateful Dead. He's also a very accomplished songwriter, bluegrass musician, an acoustic guitarist, and a banjo player. In addition to these many talents, Garcia was also a master of improvisation, and I have a video on my top 5 improvisational rock guitarists. Garcia is definitely on that list. You can check out that video if you want to in the archives. And today we're going to listen to 3 separate audio clips of Jerry. And I would point out that Jerry Garcia is the most widely recorded guitarist in history due to the fact that the Grateful Dead openly allowed fans to record their concerts from the early 60s right through to the early 90s. So Garcia is by far the most widely recorded guitar player in the history of the world. Now, the first clip I'm going to play is Jerry Garcia plunking around on his acoustic guitar at the end of an interview for Fret magazine. This interview was conducted in 1985. So here's Jerry Garcia playing his acoustic guitar moments after he told the interviewers, hey, this interview's over now. Anyone who was a Jerry Garcia fan or a Grateful Dead fan would recognize that playing straight away, whether or not they knew beforehand that it was Jerry Garcia. You can hear a lot of his happy country-inspired lyrical passages. You can hear his emphasis on melody. You can hear his staccato picking, and you can hear some of his chromatic phrasing, but his chromatic phrasing is much more obvious on his electric guitar playing, which we're going to take a listen to now. This is from the Grateful Dead rehearsing and warming up in the studio in 1989, so let's listen into that. Alright, so Jerry's characteristic singing style is present here even though he's playing alone. It's, again, very lyrical, very much musical. Every time he plays a phrase, it's not simply a scale, but it's a musical expression. He's able to show some of his psychedelic phrasing, which is so important in his playing in the Grateful Dead. And then here we go with the very last clip I'd like to play of Jerry Garcia, which is him playing and singing backstage. Not certain of the date on this one, but it looks to be from the 1990s period. Anyway, here he is playing backstage on an electric guitar through a very small amplifier, and he doesn't appear to be using a pick. There you can clearly hear some of his rhythm chops and also the way that he threads his singing and guitar together almost seamlessly. It's also important to point out that he's simply warming up in that final clip there, and so his playing and his voice are just a little bit sketchy as he starts out playing. Now, if you assess all three of those clips together, what you see is a guitarist with great range and exceptional individuality, which I think are two of the attributes he would have told you he was trying to attain as a guitarist, and I would say mission accomplished. And while you can hear clearly the backbone of the Grateful Dead sound in everything that Jerry does, and in his singing and in his playing, you can also hear in his guitar work that he was expanding his horizons to go much farther than anything the Grateful Dead did, and that he was basically one of those musicians who was completely at one with their instrument. This is what I think, but what really matters is what you think. So if you have an idea about this or any other topic connected to classic or contemporary music, please drop it in the section below, and remember to like and subscribe. Also check out the join button that's available now. If you become a channel member, you'll gain access to members only badges, polls, videos, and other cool perks you'll see when you click on that button. You can also help out the channel by clicking on the Buy Me a Coffee link, going to the Buy Me a Coffee site, and leaving a donation. Every little bit helps this channel stay strong. Thanks a lot.